Welcome back to another reaction to Shiboyugi episode 8. Yugi? Shiboyugi, whatever. Episode 8. It's her. What are we doing with her? She dead. Now, I went to the Reddit to see what people were talking about the episode. One thing still doesn't really make much sense is why I assume this is the girl we got introduced to that fought against Yuki and then died. Why she got shot. I still have no clue why. It makes sense that Yuki got shot because she didn't have the boots. Because some people were like, okay, you needed the boots. Those are like, hey, you can use them. Not necessarily the card. The card was used to get the boots. The boots is what you can use to walk over. Fair. But she had boots. Now, maybe it's because she was on top, but she wasn't really on top of the sofa. She ran across the ground, it seems like. So it didn't really make sense that she got shot or that she died. This is the, a little bit weird. But for some reason we meet her again. And I know, okay. I just want to... my opinion of the show. I know early on, whatever. The main concept, I'm not really a fan of, like these death games. Just to kill people, I don't really appreciate those. I like more hope in my shows. Unless there's a good reason for these death games. Which we have not been given. It's one of the big problems. We don't really know much about the outside world. Why are these people taking part in these games over and over and over again? Some characters you can see, as example, Princess Girl, totally understandable. This is how she gets to the feeling of power, and she can, because it seems like in the real world she doesn't have that. So I can understand that. She had wanted revenge on Yuki. Okay, fair enough. This girl, I can understand. She got rescued by her. She got more or less, you could say, groomed in the sense of into this warrior. Also, okay, fair enough. But there are so many people that is like, why are you taking part in this game? Doesn't really make too much sense. The outside world is not explored enough. Yuki as a character is not really developing that much, apart from maybe the last episode, which is like 7 episodes. That is why there are a couple of things that I do not like. I do, however, like the presentation. The presentation, I feel like, is excellent. I like whenever we go zoom out and they go for this not as detailed but high animated version. It looks very clean, very nice. It is one of the few shows that is able to sit on a scene and not have anything go. No one has to talk. No one has, doesn't have to be some big noise going. It is just a very serene couple seconds where they let the story sit. I really like that. And it is always very beautiful whenever they show these very colorful girls with bright eyes. Again, I feel like there's not a lot of hope. The games are not, if I were in this world, are not that interesting. Because they are mostly revolving around killing. And not really solving like a puzzle, which if you don't solve it correctly, you are going to be injured or die. That was fine. Again, I would like a little bit more hope in my games. That is a lot of numbers. Now, by looking at the Reddit, I also looked at, which I really enjoy. I have to give a shout out. Now, I'm not looking at a lot of Reddit discussion about the animes. In this one, you have like a little, at the top, you have like a little pinned message where you can talk about future stuff for people. People that know the novel and stuff, they can talk about that in there. But they still have to redact or spoiler stuff, so you don't get spoiled if you check in there, which is very nice. This allowed me to go in there and look a little bit around what people were saying about the adaptation. There were some changes, as example, instead of the card bouncing off the bullet, it was like a piece of wood or whatever, I believe, in the novel. Additionally, they were talking about that there are like two different cards you can get. One was like a gold card, the other one a silver-like card, which I found very interesting. And supposedly the one version was for the woman's best and one for the man's best, which means there would be more cards theoretically. Don't really know. Maybe it was also just an explanation if there's like a man version of this game. Didn't want to read too much into. However, what came up a lot was the name of the next story, which I already forgot. I believe something would. So that is the only thing. With no real spoiler. There was no, oh, this is what happens. No, just the name. And people are, from what I could gather, were very excited about this one, which I feel like is going to be a lot of death and destruction. I hope it's not. I hope it's a more tactical game where a mistake is going to end up in people dead, which is fine. But not necessarily it's to kill people, because this was a problem in the first game. Only 3 people were allowed to live, as far as we know. In the second game, was this already the one where you needed to vote one out? I believe so. Which was really bullshit, because in that game, they tried to find a solution, and the game master literally, said, yeah, no, someone has to die. Someone is going to get voted. Doesn't matter what you try, someone is getting voted. Which I found bullshit, because I liked the idea that they tried to find a solution, and the game master was like, no. Didn't like that. And naturally, last game, I mean, was it was clearly designed for people to kill themselves by being killed. Already with the order they woke up in, most likely. Not even talking about that we had literal cyborgs that were in there that could have just soloed the whole lobby, essentially, which is insane and unbalanced. But again, I hope this one is a little bit more refined. Additionally, whatever happened with the transmitter? I'm pretty sure she swallowed that one, but we never got to see what happened. Well, I guess nothing happened. Now, what is this? This is the girl from last time, right?
キャンドルウッズの招待に参りました。
Candlewood.
ご準備はお済みですか？
はい。今すぐ連れてってください。
I mean, you can't really choose that, I guess. Again, why did we see her? This was the one, right? Maybe she's not dead? It wouldn't surprise me, all things considered.
今すぐ連れてってください。
On the other hand, she doesn't have any boots. But if she's like half cyborg, nothing stops her from just running out if the guns are not strong enough. And the guns also seem to not instantly fire. Now, the electrified floor could be a problem if the metal is electrically conductive, which we don't know. Could be aluminum or whatever. Again, this also is interesting. This is the opening, and we saw the girl in front of this one. So what really is going on here? Is that maybe a later scene after this game? Candlewoods, by the way, does not sound nice. Itadakimasu? Sounds so fake. What are you wearing? Is that a bunny outfit? Again, this, as perverted as it sounds, I could understand. Have more around this, you know, fan service for the people that view. Also parallel to the last episode, or 2 episodes before, where we saw the bunny girl. High heels? Really? What the fuck is this? Oh, it is a literal callback. This is what we saw 2 episodes ago. We saw her approaching this girl.
Ohayo.
おはようございます。全然似合ってませんね。
Oh, this is her master, right?
お前こそ一緒になるのは3ヶ月ぶりか。
そんなになりますか。
どうだ、妙な怪我などこさえてないだろうな。
ええ、うまいことやってます。
I mean, fingers missing and stuff, but
すごい数ですね。大半は初心者なんでしょうけど。
そうでもない。ほとんどが常連だ。
okay, we get a real view. I mean, okay. So these are like little ledges on the side. Oh, the little bows. I see. I mean, I have no idea how this is going to defy gravity whenever she's running or stuff, but sure. It's also interesting that everyone got... There seems to be different outfits. There are like a couple types. We have some with fishnet stockings, some without, or whatever, leggings. And her? Now, not everyone has like a white part. A lot of them have only black. And then we have master or whatever with only white. I don't know. I believe it's her master. He also was talking about the 30s game, as far as I know. Meaning she is a veteran of some accord. Maybe they met in one of these games early on. Meaning that she probably has like already 50 or so games behind her, maybe even more. That is going to be interesting. Again, callback to 2 episodes ago where we saw her, Yuki, approach White Bunny. We don't really know what happened. Also, she woke up again a little bit later than everyone else. She was not the first one. We can assume she woke up around the same time. And no one knows the solution to the game. Because the last episode where we knew the solution to the game started with the first two people that were awake to just kill everyone else, essentially. So it did not feel last episode like they were willing to let anyone else in. Or 2 episodes ago, I don't know, because we only saw the one girl interact with the group and she was aggressive, so they killed her. I don't know if they would have let her in if she was cooperative. So I don't know. What I assume could have happened is that the princess was one of the first one awake, and she rallied people around and strong-armed people into the group, maybe? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. We are now in this game. How old are you? 16, right? You're too young. Are you 16? People, Yuki, Yuki, age, anime. Just in case you want to spoil me with 17. Damn. Too young. Why can't you be like 25?
開始はおそらく6時間後。
だいぶありますね。
Carrot. Oh no. Okay, carrot. We are all bunny girls. We have to get the carrot. Okay. We have bunny girls. We have a carrot. There's gonna be a wolf. There's a wolf that is going to eat the rabbits.
少し歩くか。
I also don't know why you believe we have 6 hours. Maybe we have 6 hours to solve the whatever it is. Also, it could have been that maybe there are going to be tortoises and we have like this race.
私は待ちますよ。
付き合えと言っているんだ。
Okay, so this Yuki has as well. This is a little bit interesting. Is that just normal cloth or is that maybe
言っている
metal?
んだ。今回でいくつになる？
Too many.
6か7。
Oh! My idiot brain was like, hey, yeah, what is this? Maybe game 33, 34.
8ですね。
What's the fuck?
10は言ってないはずで。
Oh, wow, hello. So we are before game 10. Whenever she met Princess. Okay. Meaning. Because at the beginning of the episode we saw the blonde girl again. It may be that we are going to meet the blonde girl at some point. Maybe not in this game. Maybe later. Maybe in this game as well. Maybe even Princess is here. I don't believe so. No. They had different outfits, not bunny girls. Now, Yuki said she met this woman before. They know each other. I don't know if she's like the veteran of Yuki and is training her. If they just met and she gave her tips. The main point is this may be where she dies and where Yuki gets the goal of 99 games. Maybe she wanted to get 99 games for some reason. And now Yuki took their dream. Another part could be that the teacher gets abducted. And to free her, she needs to resolve 99 games. I am assuming this is where we get the reason for the 99 games.
何度も言ってるだろう。クリア後は必ず
That
ゲ
you need
ー
to
ム
ゲームの
count.
記録を取れ。
Interesting. This is where she gets her dragon from, huh? Because we know that after the 10th game, after the game is finished, she's praying for everyone. And I assume that is where this is coming from.
いいじゃないですか。
Interesting design. I hope we get a close-up. Also, now it explains why we have so many numbers, 43 or so. Because this is most likely a very integral game for the story.
うまくいってるんだから。そっちはどうなんです？
I'm doing well.
なんです。99回達成しちゃいました。
まだ96だ。
96? 90? Oh no. So she's dead? So yeah, she has the goal of 99 games. Why? I don't know. Is she going to take, or is the idea really that so many things? Okay. Sensei is going to die. Yuki takes over the goal, maybe. But why is she in like the 9th game already? Is maybe Yuki also has the goal of 99 games because of her sensei? Maybe sensei survives, finishes 99 games and disappears? And that is why Yuki wants 99 games, maybe? But she has a dream at 10 games already. I don't know. I feel like strongly Sensei is going to die. But it feels like this is not the reason for Yuki to go for 99 games. It also didn't really change her personality. So maybe not? I don't know.
参加するのはあれだ。前のプールの時以来だよ。
ずいぶんのんびりしてますね。
Taking your time. Is there something happening at 99 games? Are we going to get some? Why are you not the one in... You have like normal clothes.
あと4回だ。慎重にやりたくてね。
Understandable. Are we going to find out why? I like that eyeshadow, the red.
あれは？
ん？
なんであんなボコボコに？
解説役だ。何かアイテムを隠してるかと思ったんだが。
The explainer that explains the game, I assume. And you had enough time to listen to him, beat it up to find a hidden item. Solid idea. And she was asleep. Yuki was not here for that. I mean, this is before the 30th game, and she was always waking up late. Now, the 30th game, this was like a punishment. So are all of these like punishments for her?
運営に怒られません？
亀や狼ならばやらなかっただろうが。
A raccoon? Oh, fuck.
タヌキだからな。
Okay, first off, it's a tanuki, not a raccoon. Is it a raccoon? A raccoon is something else, right? Yes. This is a tanuki. Or raccoon dog. The big difference is a tanuki is a mythical creature that can change its body. It can transform magically. Now, interesting is they would have left a turtle or a wolf alone. We know a wolf is one of the game masters, meaning a turtle is potentially a different game master. So that is why I believe she's like, if it was a turtle or wolf, I would have left it alone, because that would be a representation of a game master. But a raccoon dog, not. Or a tanuki. Just put tanuki, come on.
タヌキなら壊していいんですか？
ウサギはタヌキに勝る。
Interesting.
カチカチ山だ。
Now this is what I would prefer 1,000 times more if it's like, okay, we are allowed to kill this thing or beat it up because of some knowledge. And a wolf we can't beat up because a wolf eats rabbits.
カ
And a turtle beats rabbits in racing, essentially.
チカチ。
知らないか。
知ってます。
そうか。
Now, I'm assuming this is going to come back to life and kill you for some reason.
今回は鬼ごっこだ。我々ウサギは
Okay, so we do know the rules now. And it's a fucking wolf,
1週
isn't
間
it?
生存すればクリア。
I don't believe it's a physical... Okay. If I made this game, we have all these rabbits. Now they most likely are going to send out a wolf to hunt rabbits. Makes sense. But a wolf would be not as interesting, would it? If I were so deprived to make such a game, I would send out men as wolves. You know? You could even sell these spots. We will see. You could also send like a bunch of other girls that are cosplaying as wolves, essentially. A stump? Who's a stump?
切り株。鬼は5人以上のウサギを殺害すればクリア。
What is a
Tanuki no-
stump? The raccoon dog didn't mention it. What is a stump?
だが、まあ何かしらの装備が切り株には与えられているのだろう。
ウサギと切り株。
Stump is... What? Oh, why a stump?
妙な組み合わせですね。
なんだ、そっちも知らないか。
Okay. I mean, it makes sense because we already used wolves. Okay.
知ってます。
You
知ってます。
don't. You don't. I don't. Tell
ウ
me.
サギと切り株ですよね。
I mean, that was not a hard guess.
賢い弟子だよ、お前は。
Press X.
ウサギはな、
It does feel like Yuki's a little bit different here. He has a little bit more emotion.
切り株に殺されるんだ。
Are they though? Are they? I don't believe you. What does it have to do with Rosewoods? So we have other people, presumably other girls, that have equipment to kill 5 rabbits. Kill 5 rabbits, they win. And you just have to survive long enough. Gotcha. And stumps kill rabbits for some reason. However, that also means there's most likely a way for the rabbits to win. Again, I don't like these because this is a lot. It's just killing. You have one party that wants to survive, the other party wants to kill, because otherwise they would lose. What does losing even entail? Do you die? Are you going to get killed, or are you just going to be the loser? In a lot of the ones we had were like escape rooms where you need to escape, and if you can't escape fast enough in the first game, you burn to death. Second game, I mean, there's a wolf, but you could kill the wolf essentially. Third game, I guess you just die of hunger and thirst. Is that the idea? Or is it like, hey, you did not survive, so we are just going to cleanse the whole area? Kind of thing? I don't know. Because the stump could just stay and not do anything. The question is also, who are the stumps? Do we know? The rabbits are easy to identify, but are the stumps? Or is it that they are part of the rabbits and they are hiding? Okay, we have this again. Which also makes more sense for the rabbit bunny suit. Because you can't really hide that much in these bunny suits. If you had a weapon, as example. Why are you showing me a different girl? Hello. I'm not going to get invested in you. You are dead. Are you a stump? You don't look like a rabbit. Whatever it is, you are dead. You are dead. Is that a guy? No. Can't, right? So these are the stumps.
どうも。萌木です。よろしく。
I knew it can't be a guy.
よろしくってどういうことかな。さあ。
Greeting?
私で最後ですかね。今回はどんな具合ですか？脱出型？生存型？ねえ、ルールの説明はあった？え？あった？私。
Are the stumps all beginner? It sounds like they are all beginner. She's the only one that has any experience.
わかんないよ。
They don't know what she meant with a greeting. Here she's hello, I'm Mugi, nice to meet you, and they're like, what does she mean? What is going on? Last one, what is Bruce explanation? They have no idea what's going on.
初めてなの。
What the fuck?
その。
Again, the question is also, why are you taking part in this?
なんでこ
I'm assuming everyone knows this is a death game, right?
こにいるかわからないとか。萌木さんは経験者なんですよね。これが何か知ってるんですか？
How do you not know? Really? You don't know? This is so... Oh. In the other games, everyone knew they signed up for this, apart from one girl who supposedly got tricked. But then all of these should know what this is, right?
Player 諸君、いや、切り株の子らや。 キャンドルウッズへようこそ。さあ。
Okay, first off, I mean, clearly guns and grenades. These do not look like grenades, first off. They look similar, but it's like someone looked at a grenade and was like, oh, pine cone, I guess. Also, the guns look strange. My first assumption would be not lethal, maybe? But it's Shiboyugi. My second thought was ammunition? Question mark?
さあ、武器を取りなさい。これからお前たちにはウサギ狩りに出てもらう。
Now so it seems like every stump has to kill 5 rabbits, meaning it's more or less sure it can be a team game, but you can win alone. Now this means that she probably takes like 2 grenades for herself, maybe 3, depending on how many she is allowed to take. I'm assuming these are lethal weapons. It doesn't make sense for the game to not use lethal weapons because why would you? If it's lethal and they kill, I mean, I don't like that. I would like more like a puzzles thing. It is somewhat interesting that you have like the aggressor essentially being beginner. They don't know. But they signed up for the game and they are totally clueless. Why? It feels really weird. So we have some bunny girls again. Oh, this is the visuals we had 2 episodes ago. What are you drinking? Why are you drinking this? What are you doing? Don't drink that. What is that to you? Why are you drinking this? Thank you. Thank you. Additionally, it feels like that the bunnies have to group up. They have to get rid of a stump or 2, take their weapons and use them. Because the stumps are clearly... there are not enough of them.
1週間飲まず食わずで過ごすのか？どこかに食料も備蓄されているのだろう。
こんな大規模なゲーム初めてですよ。
緊張するか？
By the way, it would be nice if you didn't put your feet in the water that we have to drink. Just saying.
いつも通りです。でも、たかが数百万で。
For a few million. So we now have a number. I'm assuming Japan, so million yen, probably like... If you get like 5 million yen, that is like 50 grand. That's fucking nothing. I wouldn't know. No. I'm far more likely to live in poverty than risk my life for pennies.
命かけるバカがこんなにいるんだなって。
お前が言えた口か？
Now again, that is assumption it is Japanese yen nowadays. It could also be because we don't know that much about the outside world. Could also be a lot more or a lot less. They could also pay in dollar. Who knows?
バカ者なのかもしれんな。
But it's not enough. The problem is some people are taking part in this game multiple times, like the green-haired girl who is in like 4 games, and she was saying, I want to get enough money to live somewhere else where it's cheap, And if she got like, let's say, couple $1 million, that is already enough. Couple $1 million, more than enough to do that. Maybe second game, just to be sure, understandable. If it's yen, and you get like 5 million yen, 10 million yen, that's 100 grand, that is going to be very difficult. If you take, she took part in 4 games or so, that's like 400 grand. That is still very hard. And for that amount of money, for like 100 grand in dollar, it's not worth risking my life. And I feel like a lot of these would also not risk their life normally. So either outside you can't make money because the world sucks, or I don't know. People are stupid, I guess.
私たちは
I still don't understand why people take part in this, unless they have some kind of greater goal. Why are some of these white? I also wonder why she has like a tag. I did see that earlier on. Oh no. She probably has a high target. I feel like the game is like, hey, you need to hunt 5 rabbits, or the rabbit with a tag. And the tag is counting as 5. It may also be that all the rabbits get towed if you... Oh. She's a veteran, she knows a lot of stuff. I feel like that there could be special rule be implemented and told the people that are like, if the rabbit with a tag is being captured or killed, then everyone wins. Meaning that the rabbits have a reason to betray her, essentially, because then everyone can win. If not, then every stump has to kill 5 rabbits. I feel like that is going to happen, because this would then make the tag make more sense. Maybe it even has like a tracker. Maybe it only has a tracker. I would like the question to be answered and reflected. I want both. Why is she taking part and why are you taking part? Yes? I am listening. Good conversation.
私に聞くな。
Why do you play?
99回
So at this point, she didn't even have a goal. We know at the beginning she played because she wanted to put food on the table, but then she just continued. I believe she was like, I don't really care too much.
ですか。達成したってトロフィーも賞金ももらえないんでしょ。
ああ、ただの新記録だ。
I feel like 96 is also a good record. You had a good run.
さらに言えば新記録という
Never mind then.
保証すらない。
So you don't know if you are not already setting a record.
私の聞く限り98連勝が最大だったというだけだ。
よくそんなもんにすがれますね。
Just to put it in context, yeah? If we go under the assumption they have like 10 million yen, which, if you just remove the last two zeros, is $100,000. With today's currency, even only like 60 or 70,000, but let's say 100,000, easier to do math. Now she finished 96. She made $9.6 million. If that is under the assumption, 100 grand, 96 games, nearly 10 million, and every game could have been her last. Every game she could have died. So for 10 million, she went into essentially 96 skydiving events without a parachute. So I don't know. I don't like the odds. Maybe, you had to steal a parachute from someone else, and it's not good money. It just is not. Even if you say, hey, she gets like 5 million per game. Okay, $500 million, sure. Then we are talking, but still. I mean, she is doing it to get 99 games, which she is clearly not going to do, because we would have known that. So she's dead. And I'm assuming... What do you mean? We were not. She also has like this band around her. Nice, nice. She's clearly dead, and I'm assuming it has to do with attack. Kind of still don't make much sense. Also, it doesn't really explain why stumps kill rabbits, bunnies. Right, she does have two different eyes. Why? Oh. I was wondering from the beginning. I was like, something was wrong. Something about her eyes are wrong. She has two blue eyes, but she has a gray eye. Meaning that she lost one of her eyes. Most likely in this game. I would have to go back to game 10 to see. Another part I want to check. What is your eye color? It's hard to see. This is... I'm okay. I'm not going back. We will most likely see her eyes again. I feel like she got one of her eyes. Reinforcing the idea that she's dead. But I feel like her right eye got replaced by one of her senpai's eye. Again, I'm assuming it has to do with the tag again. Maybe it's like a transceiver that can tell where she is, or it is like a special piece. The question is Yuki going to betray her, or is she going to be more or less betrayed by the other bunny suits? I hope it's not Yuki. Man, your outfit is crazy. Who are you? Why do you feel terrible to hug? She has enough. You're also dead. You're all dead. Man, what a red flag.
はあ、すごいなんてもんじゃねえよ。お前分かってんのか？95連勝がどれだけの確率か。
え、95分の 1？
バカ。一度計算してみたんだ。生還率7割だろ。95回かけてみろよ。500兆分の1だ。
は？
帰ったら計算してみな。
70% survival rate. First game had 50. Second game. All right, I forgot the wolf game as well. Was that the second game? No, the second game is the same. Never mind. Second game, we lost 2 people and 5 survived. So we had... Or 4 survived? 4 survived. So we had 6 people, 13%, 4 survived. That is also not 70%, not even close. Third game, we only had 30 tags and I believe like 100 players or so. Or 50? With 50, this would also not. None of the games have 70% survival rate. None of the games had that. So what are you talking about? Who are the 70% coming from?
地球上に並ぶ者がいないどころか、人類史上空前絶後の大天才なんだよ、お前の師匠は。
Yeah, she's dead. Cool.
ちゃんと敬っとけよ。
And she does have the gray eyes, okay. It has to be the tag. He's the only one that has this.
持ってます。
どうだか。そうなの。そろそろ行くわ。
あ、はい。
Some people seem to not take it too serious. I feel like she's just going to be betrayed. Did someone shoot herself? What the fuck? Oh, someone wanted to leave. Are you serious?
Kurose. 練習だ。全員でこの子を殺せ。あなた名前は？プレイヤーネーム。カバネです。カバネさん、この子を殺して。でもまだ生きてるし。だから殺して。全員ノルマは2回。当てるだけじゃダメ。深く突き刺すこと。場所はなるべく致命傷になるところで。
What the fuck? Why?
なんで拾わないの？順番は？どうして私が最初なんです？じゃんけんで決めないと不幸。順番なんて関係ねえだろ。全員刺しないと死ぬっつってんだよ。これはウサギを狩るゲームなんかじゃない。ウサギと殺し合うゲームなんだ。
Why do you try killing each other? It makes no sense.
やらなきゃこっちが。ごめんなさい。怒らないでください。切り株が一人死ねば、その分の生き残りの枠が増える。だからウサギも全力で私たちの命を狙ってくる。そんなグズグズした態度じゃ連中に武器を奪われて殺される。あなただけの問題じゃない。チームにとっても大きな損害になる。みんなで生き残るために力を貸して。 ためらわないで。
Yeah, there is no quitting.
こんなのって知らなくて。リタイアします。
Why did you even sign up?
お願いします。許してください。お願いします。お願い。
Which even makes even less sense. How are people signing up without knowing what is happening?
お願いします。お願い。お願い。
あ、あなた、名前は？
Again, I feel like the games are the weakest part of the story. Gonna be honest. This situation, unless she uses the death for something specific, makes no sense. It makes no sense to kill her at all. Because the whole thing is, hey, if the bunnies take you out, they take your weapon. So in turn, you don't give her a weapon. You just don't give her a weapon. Then they can't take the weapon from her. But you still have an extra body that can be in the fight, because she has to. You can force her. And the rabbits can focus on her instead of you. Again, unless she uses the body for a teaching purpose, there's no real reason to kill her. Especially because you have painted a different target on your back, that if someone takes a pistol, because you believe they are on your side, they are all beginner, they could just kill you. Unless you decide to kill everyone.
It
seems like she has a right-hand man now. Or right-hand woman.
萌木さん。何？
次は何をしたら？
武器を運び出して全員に行き渡るように。作戦を考える。入ってこないで。
I'm assuming she didn't want to play the bad guy. I don't really know. Couldn't she just have taken some of the weapons and just go on a rampage? She only needs to kill 5 rabbits and can then go. And then if the rest doesn't want, I mean, she tried. They didn't want to listen.
"頭が重かった。今のうちに穴を開けて軽くしてやろうかとさえ思った。しかし、とりあえず今回はうまくやった。
その点については評価を与えてやろうと思う。なりふり構わない強者。あの人なら同じようにしたはずだ。そういう風に振る舞えたさっきまでの数十分間を私は評価する。それが目標だったからだ。ゆくゆくは四六時中そのように振る舞うことが命を投げ打ってでも叶えたい萌え木の悲願であったからだ。ためらいのない強者に、なりふり構わない強い人間に、それになるまでは死んでも蘇ってやる。
What do you mean? What are you telling? You bring this, and I'm like, okay, what are we doing? We're doing something interesting now, again. It seems like whoever she was talking about is not part in this game. Additionally, she bit herself. I don't know if this is like self-harm. And she wants to make a player? This I don't really understand. Her head felt heavy. I considered putting a hole in it to make it lighter for her. But I thought she would get done well. She deserves credit. A strong player who doesn't care how she looks. I know she would have done the same. Deserves credit for acting that way for the last half hour or so. So here we have someone crazy. Because that was her goal. Do we know her? I don't believe so. I don't know. First game. It's not the one that died first. It's not second, not third. We didn't have her in the first game. Second game. Also no. Maybe? No. I believe we never saw who the one was that fell down. I don't believe. I have no idea what's going on here. Eventually she would be able to act that way all the time. What are these? Rubber? Moige was willing to give her life to achieve that goal. Strong player who doesn't hesitate, a strong person who doesn't care how she looks. She would keep coming back from the dead. I have no idea what is going on. I have no idea. So this was an earlier game. No clue. And she wants... Someone wants to make a super strong player, I guess. I don't know. I'm confused. Especially because she doesn't seem to be in here somewhere. She's not part. not Yuki, it's not her. Also don't believe it's her. No clue. No clue. I can go back, see if maybe one of the early episodes has her. Again, I mean, it's sunken cost fallacy at this point. So I'm gonna stick with the show. But I don't like the killing, the senseless killing. It's very strange that all these people here took part in the game without knowing what happens. It's very strange. And seemingly Muigi wants to make or become the best player. I don't know. And I feel like I have seen her. I'm not sure where though.